Okay, we're going on the longest ride. Come on, Ruby. Let's show everybody how you jump up in the van. There you go. Longest ride we've been on locally for walking, but there's a reason we're gonna make such a long ride, because I got a bunch of stuff I'm gonna take to the thrift store for the Humane Society, and since we're already halfway to the beach, we're gonna take Ruby down and show her the Atlantic Ocean. She's never seen it, so I'm not gonna film while we're driving because this little Chinese GoPro knockoff picks up all the road noise and engine noise. So I'm gonna turn this off, and we've got about 20 miles to go before we get to the thrift store, and then me and Ruby are off on our adventure to the ocean. Well, I hadn't planned on stopping here, but this is the Memorial Park for the Charleston 9. This used to be the site of the Sofa Superstore, and while inside the store looking for someone that they thought was trapped inside the building, the fire, I forget what the term is, but it flashed, and all 9 of these firefighters were trapped inside and killed. It was a great tragedy down here. Biggest loss of firefighting life. Mike Benkey. Anyways, Michael French, owner of the store, sold the site to the city, and they created this memorial park. Melvin Champagne, fighting fires is a dangerous business. Not only do you have to put up with the fire itself, there's dangers of buildings collapsing, toxic materials. Billy Hutchinson. I think every one of these markers is placed right where Mark Kelsey, where the firefighters fell. It was a great tragedy for the Charleston area. Brandon Thompson. Lewis Mulkey. Very nice the city put this park up for them. Earl Drayton. Set your flower back up. Must have been some wind. And Brad Beatty. Okay. Oh. This is the Memorial Park. I don't know why the flags are at half-mast today. Let's see what that plaque says. This is actually the first time I've been down here. When it happened, that's all there was on the news. Marker dedicated to the memory of the Charleston 9 members of the Charleston Fire Department who lost their lives in the line of duty on June 18, 27. what will forever be known as the Sofa Superstore fire. Yep, they made all kinds of changes to radios and command and control, and big loss for the community. It's emotional just being here. I think I'll quit filming and reflect on one of these benches for a few minutes. Okay, first part of the mission accomplished. Brought a fax machine and a drill down to the Animal Helter's resale store, thrift shop. All of the proceeds from this goes to help the Charleston Animal Society, which is a no-kill shelter. And I'm all for that. So it didn't take much to bring the stuff down here. Got all kinds of crap, but I do take clothes. I've got 3 closets full of clothes I want to get rid of. But anyways, now we're off to the edge of America. Okay, here we are, Folly Beach, the edge of America. Even brought Trevor. In fact, Trevor brought us. Ruby can only come out here May through September. That's tour when the beach season's open and everybody's down on the beach swimming. You can't bring dogs between certain hours. We got these little places where you can change into your swimsuit. Ruby has never been to the beach before. This park goes all the way down to the end. It's normally $5 a car, but since they're working on everything, we didn't have to pay. Yay. So these are the dunes that sort of protect the place when we have storms. Ruby's never been in sand like this before. Oh, all kinds of new smells. So there you go, Atlantic Ocean. Edge of America. That's what they call Folly Beach. And you walk over there and step in the water, you've stepped off the United States coastline. Got all kinds of birds out there. Mostly seagulls. There you go. Dogs always on leash. No dogs on beach. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. May through September. Well, since this is February, it's winter time. And no sunbathers out here. Well, it's 80 degrees today. It's not 80 degrees here on the beach. The temperature's a little cooler because of the water. little hazy out here today. Look, way down yonder is the Folly Pier. That's where we came from when we drove into town, the Folly Pier. You gotta be careful with rip currents out here. All kinds of seashells, shark's teeth, all that kind of stuff if you like to look for them. There's better places to find it because these places have been picked over, but the tide always brings in more stuff. Pretty good waves action today. And since I took the waterproof case off the camera, I got me a selfie stick now, so I can take selfies of me at the beach. Hey! Celebrate my 10 whole subscribers on YouTube. So anyways, for my grandkids, if you don't get brought down here, this is a great place to come, the whole South Carolina coast, if you want to see stuff. Seagulls ain't gonna have anything to do with Ruby. I'm gonna walk down to the water and see how she acts. Okay, I'm gonna hang this thing up, or turn this thing off. She was actually down by the water's edge till the wave kind of washed up with her. She went down there to see a bird. Here comes another puppy dog. Ruby! And they say don't walk on the grass. They mean it. The seagrass is what helps protect the inland side when the waves get up. Prevents beach erosion. Okay, we are entering a no swim zone. Shows you where you can go swimming, shows you where you can't go swimming. And the reason why is when the tide's coming in and out, back off over there, that creates currents that will sweep you out to sea. Then you will be a casualty. And lots of people will come look-see for your corpse if you don't get eaten by crabs. But that's where I wanted to bring the boat. From way up yonder, all the way down to there. But my little trolling motor can't fight the tide current. There's a little sign about birds. Home to shorebirds like plovers, sandpipers, seabirds such as gulls, terns, and skimmers. Some species nest here in the spring and summer, while others winter here or migrate through in the spring or fall. Quite a nice little sign. There's places down on these beaches where sea turtles nest. Dogs aren't even allowed on those beaches during the nesting season because the sea turtles are endangered. Okay, there's Trevor way up yonder. We're gonna walk back that way and call the trip to the edge of America a done deal. I've walked through that marina over there. The guy actually had a little Catalina 22 that one of the guy wires on the mast had snapped and the mast fell over, and the guy was going to sell me the boat for $500 if I'd get it out of the marina because the previous owner had quit paying slip fees. And I looked into it because there's a place another half mile up the water where I could have got it on a trailer, but I didn't have a trailer. He didn't have a title, so I didn't buy the Catalina 22. I wonder if it's still sitting there. I feel bad for these managers of these marinas. When people quit paying slip fees, they have to go through all kinds of legal gyrations to get rid of the boats. And it costs them money. Plus they can't rent the slip fee. A lot of things. Anyways, all these little backwater things, you can take these, you can go and all the way back. Well, there's the bridge way off in the distance, the Double Diamond Bridge. You can go all the way back over to Charleston, to the harbor. You can go all the way back down that way, inland coastal waterway, and end up down in Florida. You don't have to sail out into ocean. And a lot of people do that. They don't sail, they just motor. You got all the bridges. We came over a drawbridge coming over, so all those boats can get in and out. I'm glad they're keeping this all undeveloped though, just a county park. I bet it's crowded in the summertime though when the kids are out of school, because you can bring your kids down here $5, stay all day. I just didn't see no bathrooms. They must be up that way. Those little kids will just go out in the ocean and pee there. You can see all this stuff gets washed up when the tide comes in. Looks like this is all dead, but it's not dead. It'll turn green when the weather warms up. But when tide comes in, a lot of this stuff is up underwater. I love being down here. If I hadn't bought a camper van, I gave serious consideration to buying a sailboat and living on that. You don't have to pay for camping fees or nothing else. Past a huge mooring field up there. Probably about 20 boats just out on mooring balls. But anywhere around here that you're not in the channel, you can anchor out. Free anchoring. I love the ocean. And I know enough about sailing to know I don't know anything about sailing, but it's a blast. There's nothing like the feeling of the wind in your sails and the sound of the water against the hull as you glide along. That's why I spent all that money building Daewoo, my little 12-foot sailboat. But without an engine, I can't take it anywhere but freshwater. I'm not going to try and row against that. That's the thing around here, is the tide is high and it creates incredible currents. If you don't have something powerful enough to power you against a 6-knot current, you have to sit around and wait 12 hours for the tide to reverse itself so you can get back to where you launched the boat from, which is why I never came down here. Probably never will. Then I started pricing outboard motors. You can see on the channel where I tried a little $300 Chinese engine that was crap, but they want $2,000 for a high 5 horsepower Mercury or something like that. That's more than I paid to build the boat. Vans cheaper, go places, do things. And if it breaks, you just pull off the side of the road. Okay, me and Ruby's gonna go home now. Enough of my enjoying the beach. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. I imagine she's thirsty. Okay, we're back in. We're on the way home. Little Miss Panting Ruby. I do have to remember to start putting water in here, because it's going to get hotter and hotter. It's not that hot now, and I'll have the air conditioning on in a minute. Can you believe this? Middle of February. I need the air conditioning in Trevor. Okay, we're out of here. Go get us a hamburger and some French fries.